Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I am your host Cap, and in today's video, everyone, I wanted to show a few clips on behalf of how so many modern women could relate to every last one of these clips due to how there are so many modern women who carry themselves, in such a trashy manner and such uh I guess you could say, dignified manner as well. Because how many of us guys know of any women out there who carry themselves in such a feminine manner due to there being so many masculine women, from women who have excessive tattoos to women who use lots of profanity to women who drink excessive amounts of alcohol on a regular basis, even women who are always feisty, who always want to engage in fisticuffs all the time. These these four examples that I mentioned, ladies and gentlemen, are some of the main reasons why the dating pool has pee in it as well, so to speak. These are some of the main reasons also why more and more modern day men, and I'm speaking on behalf of the 20 to 30 something year old man, will have such a hard time being able to find a woman who they could be able to marry and settle down with, due to how, like I just stated, the dating pool got pee in it. Anyways,
trashy women. These are women who are inappropriate, dress inappropriate, curse, heavy drug use, heavy alcohol, and claim to be looking for, a good guy but can't find one. So we're going to get into this. A lot of women don't know they're trashy. They think it's normal how they act, and someone needs to tell them and alert them that they are indeed acting trashy or low class. So I'm just going to be the one to have to do it, because some people don't realize. You are trashy if you dress slutty. You are trashy if you ask or say inappropriate things at inappropriate times. If you curse in front of children, you're trashy. You're also trashy if you don't know how to take care of yourself. If you have poor hygiene, and if you often are out drunk or high, show up to places drunk or high, you are trashy. You are also trashy if you make excuses for everything and never take the responsibility for yourself. You are trashy. If you have excuse after excuse after excuse and you never fix the problem, and you're always apologizing and you're never addressing the issue to fix it, you're trashy. If you hang around trashy people, you trashy. Period. Sorry. You are what you associate with. If you hang around with men who constantly use you, curse you out, and mistreat you, and you keep returning back to them, you're trashy. Okay? If you don't take care of your kids, you trashy. Especially if you have children. If you don't take care of them kids, you're trashy. You're also trashy if you show up unkept, hair a mess, wear bonnets in public, wear house shoes in public. If you wear anything that you're supposed to go to sleep in outside in the public, you're trashy. Again, trashy. Okay? If all your clothes are skin tight, you're trashy. If all your clothes... I'm just serious that they trashy. Come on now. If all your pictures are of your butt, you're trashy. If your butt is in 90% of your photos, you're trashy. Somebody got to tell y'all. If you ask someone where you got their wig, where you got them lashes, where you got them whatever in public, you're trashy. Okay? Trashy. There's other things that, as far as looks are concerned, but we're not going to go there because a lot of people would probably get offended, because I would talk about nails and such and different hairstyles, but your role model should not be a Fashion Nova model. I'll repeat that. Your role model should not be a Fashion Nova model. Okay? Look at those Fashion Nova model comments and go look up under there on Instagram. There you go. You should not be louder than the place that you are in. Your volume should actually be lower. If you are a loud mouth, that's considered trashy. Be quiet. Lower your tone, baby. Don't laugh like a hyena everywhere you go. Shh, bring it in. Act like a lady.
Now, I commend this sister, the sprinkle lady, once again, on behalf of the different types of things that makes a woman classy. Well, excuse me, not classy, because I do stumble across my words from time to time, but what I meant to say was trashy. And little did she forget to mention, on behalf of the women, this also goes for the women who have multiple kids by multiple men. Let's not forget about those women. Also, the women with the high body counts, they also happen to fit this description and fit into this category. And whether you know it or not, ladies, no matter how you may try to hide on behalf of a whole lot of you women with high body counts, because your reputation is everything, especially when it comes to being a woman. And with the more higher your body count is, whether you know it or not, ladies, the more your reputation usually goes down, the more your value usually goes down as well. And I don't care if a lot of men may have high body counts and you may feel like, especially on behalf of all my women who may be feminists, just because a man could have a whole bunch of sexual partners, then so can you. It doesn't roll that way, ladies. It's a double standard when it comes to these types of ordeals. And I also want to say this. With the more higher your body count, the more susceptible you are usually at passing STDs to your future husband. For a lot of you women who may believe in having fun or may believe in sowing your wild oats, so to speak, before you may get married, then want to eventually have an epiphany and want to tie the knot, so to speak, want to find that ideal husband finally. Whether you know it or not, your reputation has already been ruined from being passed around from man to man. Therefore, that's one reason why so many women, whether you know it or not, ladies, have such a hard time finding marriage partners, especially when women in a Black American community. Now, I had to pause this video real quick because this video is only a few seconds long. Anyways, this here clip explains, and it's a perfect example of how we have to deal with so many modern day women of this caliber and why there are more and more men who are abstaining from being in long-term relationships with women. On top of that, are even abstaining from marriage due to women like this. Because think about, for some of us who as little boys could relate to have a mama just like this. A mama who would literally walk around the house just like this. Even during times when, during our younger years, either our elementary, middle, or high school years, we may have company, in other words, usually have some of our homeboys come over to the house to kick it with, whether it may be on behalf of playing video games or whatever else we may have liked to do for fun, just to pass time with our homeboys. Only for your mother to come, for instance, out of her bedroom dressed exactly like this and may have happened to have a shape like this, just so she could be able to, on the sly, hit on either one of our homeboys. And not only that, And in the worst case scenario, some of our same homeboys who used to come over to our houses to kick it with us, whether we know it or not, may have happened to have their way with one of our mothers. And without even much letting us know, especially if our mother happened to be a woman just like this in this here clip. And I had to mute the video. I also wanted to let you know, due to it being a song by both Glorilla and Sexyy Red, and due to how I wanted to keep myself protected from copyright claims as well. This also is a perfect example of the exact type of woman that what's her name, Shira7, I believe, the sprinkle lady, whatever her handle is right now or used to be, how she on behalf of earlier when I showed the clip of her talking about the exact examples, giving a whole list, a whole rundown of the different types of trashy women, what makes a woman trashy. This right here in this here clip, this woman is trashy on all levels and is proud to be trashy on top of that. Just look at her holding her boobs. She might as well should have done a completely naked reel. The way she's showing out her flesh. I wouldn't be surprised if this same chick may have a husband who she's completely unfaithful to. After looking at this one reel, a woman like this is not bound to ever be faithful to one man either, by looks alone.
It's offensive, but I'm not trying to offend you. But I'm thinking that for 2025, I really, really want to see more women covered up and dressed a little bit more classier, a little bit more modest. And I'm not saying that to try to tell y'all what to wear, because I know it's going to be somebody in the comment section that's going to say, oh, why don't you just let people wear what they want to wear? Why don't you just let people do them? That's not my reason for saying that. I just feel like lately I've been seeing that women look so much better when they are covered up. Do you know how much you will stand out and really grab the attention that you are seeking for with the hopes of going outside half naked? When you put clothes on, the attention that you're looking for while you're half naked is the attention you will receive when you got clothes on. I don't think women, especially black women, realize how attractive we truly look when we are covered up and still can give sexy. It's like, I don't think women understand that y'all give so much of yourselves for so little in return on the internet. Y'all are up there half naked 24/7, tits out, ass out, booty out, just everything out. And the return is some likes and some shares and some compliments and a little attention. That's not worth what you think it's worth. And I'm telling you, like, I just think less is more. And I always say that, and that's going to be the slogan for 2025. Less is more. Less makeup, less weave. Like, I'm not trying to break us down as women. I just want y'all to understand. I'm a woman who's not attracted to women. I think we look so much better covered up. Like, if you know you're going to have your top out and some type of cleavage showing, then nothing on the bottom should be showing. And if you know that you got your bottom out and you know that you got legs out or whatever the case might be, then nothing on the top should be showing, because basically it's balance. But until you guys realize that less clothes don't make you automatically more sexy. I think y'all think that if you got on less clothes, that automatically mean you cute or automatically mean you sexy. No, baby, because everybody is doing that, and it takes very little effort to go outside half naked. Anybody can do that, but anybody can't go put on a fully clothed outfit and still draw attention and still be sexy and still be modest. Leave something for the imagination in 2025. We are dumping and throwing horror culture out. We're done with it. It's whack. It's played out. It's classless. It's tacky. We done twerking on the internet. We done with the half-naked outfits. And if you a girl that's in the comment section, we gonna do what we want to do, then baby, do you. I'm not here to tell you what to do. I just thought maybe one of my other girlies needed to hear this for 2025, and I want her to find herself. I want her to find her sexy without giving too much. That's who this message is for. Just remember, insecurities are loud. And women that are secure with themselves, they ain't got to say it, they ain't got to speak it, they ain't got to show it, because it just is. When you are a woman that is secure with yourself, you understand that you ain't got to show too much. When you are a woman that has a body, you understand that the clothes on that body is enough to show that body. You don't have to physically show that body. So let's work on trying to gather some more self-esteem. Let's gather our value, and let's try to understand that less is more, and it don't take what you think it take to get that attention that you so desperately want. I want to see more modest women in 2025. And if we all stick together and just say horror culture, I guarantee you everybody will follow. You know how y'all ladies is easily influenced. Y'all know how y'all are.
Now, I do agree with what this sister said as well, how we want to see less horror culture in this year, 2025. Unfortunately, that won't happen anytime soon. And this is just judging from my opinion, my personal opinion. For the most part, due to women by the likes of Sexy Red, Glorilla, Sukihana, Ice Spice, on behalf of how they glorify being promiscuous, being a slut, showing off their body parts and having high body counts on top of that. With that being said, I'm going to show one last clip. After that, I'm going to end this here video. Before I end the video, make sure, like always, to like, share, comment, last not least, subscribe.
Kids away legally. My baby daddy wants me to pay child support to him, and he's gonna chase me down for it. My baby daddy tried to get me jumped. My baby daddy apparently got somebody role-playing, trying to role-play me. And so much has happened since. And my poor son is struggling in his transition, and he says that he hates being black. And so much more. So this is going to be a multiple part series, but I just thought those were the highlights that first came to mind. I wish my life was normal. Like, nothing happens normally. It's not like my baby daddy came with a fancy lawyer or anything like that. No, it's how trash my lawyer was. So how did I lose? So I made a Google Drive, and I organized every piece of evidence, from the financial to the abuse, both physical and emotional, and I just organized so much. Then also how he's a shitty dad. I had all these different examples. Cool. So he was supposed to be prepping me beforehand, and the entire time that he could have been talking to me, prepping me, he was kikiing and laughing with my baby daddy about his career. That's unprofessional, unethical, and again, basis for a bar complaint as a victim of domestic violence, and it's actually on paper. 30 seconds before we get called to go inside, this lawyer goes, you know, things end like that sometimes. Hopefully the relationship was good. Can y'all envision, like, my panic when that man said that? Like, what do you mean? Like, I gave you a bunch of I'm like, it was an abusive relationship. She's like, I didn't know that. Fuck you mean you didn't know that? Fast forward to the trial itself. As you can imagine, none of my evidence was submitted. 75% of the trial was about my baby daddy's career, which I had given him enough financial proof. He didn't need to dwell on it that much. And I knew I was fucked when he was like, this isn't about child custody, it's about child support. Even the judge looked at him. And honestly, I could not control my body language. I'm definitely the type of person that if I stay quiet, my body does it, and it's just like... So you know how a lawyer's supposed to prep you, right? No idea his line of questioning. No idea. So when he asked me questions like, is he a good dad? Baby, I'm autistic. I cannot do this shit on the spot. I'm going to tell you the truth. And no, I can't read the room. I'm not a read the room type of bitch. That's ableism. Like, come on, bitch. How was I supposed to know I was supposed to say he's a good dad? I don't know the game plan. I just know the truth. Then I can't even speak. And he also doesn't counter any of the things that my baby daddy says, even though I write in the notes to him. For example, the judge asked valid questions, and I see how I looked given the lack of information. So it made me look money hungry. Little does she know that I was literally left in negatives. And how was I going to pay it? I had to do a lot of things. I've been selling goods, all these things, and I have a rent that I can't afford. I have medical bills from Cade's pregnancy that this man won't even pay for. So he did not bring up anything pertinent that I literally had proof of. Like, I literally have proof that this man is an ecstasy addict. Like, nothing. The conditions don't, nothing. Okay, fast forward. Why do the kids get taken away? 3 factors according to the judge. 1, distance. I am far from Cairo school, even though I work 5 minutes the street away from his school, but whatever. My transportation issues, at that moment, my car wasn't fixed. It's fixed now, y'all. And then this one is gonna be my favorite one, just because it's so ironic. But again, she didn't have the information. She believed that he would foster a better relationship. She admitted she didn't have much to lean on and this was a difficult choice. However, based off of my tone, my matter-of-fact tone, and the fact that I couldn't even bring myself to say that he was a good parent, even though my lawyer was probing me. So yeah, that happened. Now this is what happened at the hearing. Now tune in for part 2.